Hello everyone, this is Viper. I just thought I would play a little game I picked up a while back called Carrier Deck. I don't remember what I paid for this game. I know it wasn't much, but right now you can get it on Steam for $5. So it's a pretty inexpensive little game, and it's pretty cool. I have always been fascinated by aircraft carriers. I've always loved them, and if I ever was to be given the opportunity to go on a real life aircraft carrier, I would so take that opportunity. For the settings, we have not much for settings. You can reset your progress, which I'm going to go ahead and do, and you can show invalid mission warnings. I'm not really sure what that's about. I haven't really played this game a whole lot. And for video settings, you can set the quality level, the resolution, toggle full screen on and off, and you've got a few basic anti-aliasing, reflections, and bloom, and then ambient occlusion. For audio settings, you just got a few: enable call signs, and then the music and sound. Typically, I don't like games that have a lot of loud music. I typically just would prefer to have music either turned way down or turned off. In this particular game, though, I don't mind the music, so I will keep that on. And you got a few modes. You got survival, you got quick game, and you got campaign. There really isn't. I don't see a whole lot of difference. I don't think I think I have played survival. Been a while, but quick game is you just keep on doing waves. You just do missions, and then the survival is, you will fail, but just how long can you last? And so I don't really know the real difference between the two of those. Now, campaign is where we're going to be focusing on. So this is the campaign map, and because we reset everything, we're going to be doing some training missions, and this will kind of get you started. You're basically in control of an aircraft carrier. You have to manage and take control of an aircraft carrier. You have to manage missions. You have to manage different types of missions. Search and rescue, or not search and rescue. Well, yeah, search and rescue. You have to manage searching. You have to send out like an AWACS plane to high above so they can keep radar, because your aircraft carrier has limited range. So you have to send out an AWACS plane so you can keep track of incoming threats further away, because you will start getting threats, but the radar, which you'll see in the lower portion of the screen, the lower middle portion of the screen, will be grayed out, or like kind of foggy, or you can't really see anything until it gets within range. Well, you may not have enough opportunity. You may not have enough time to get an aircraft or a unit ready in time to combat that attack, that incoming threat. Things take some time to get started, as you'll see. So, welcome aboard, Commander. The crew is ready and waiting for you to take us through the military training exercises. Okay. First things first, let's get our aircraft fueled. Click and hold your cursor over the aircraft to show the action menu, and then click the refuel icon to get the crew to refuel it. So you're going to click on the plane, you're going to hold it down, and you're going to bring the cursor down to the refuel. The rotating icon above the aircraft indicates that the deck crew are on their way to the aircraft. Once they are there, the icon will fill according to their progress. You can see them moving to the aircraft carrier, or the aircraft, and you can see it starting to fill. This game's pretty in depth for a little game that it is, because you've got as you can see, these little things here, these things here control these elevators, and you can move back and forth between the lower deck and the upper deck. The lower deck will typically house more aircraft if you need more aircraft. Sometimes they'll house different types of aircraft for different types of missions. So now we're going to select this airplane and get it ready for launch. We're going to select one of the catapults.
Tiger 149er, full military power, proceed to launch.
And I'm going to click on the arrows to launch it. So this is the launch box. All missions have to be queued before launch. Now we didn't actually queue a mission this time because it just kind of was giving us a little bit of rundown, a little bit of an intro to what's going on here, what we're going to be doing. A mission can be removed from the launch box queue by selecting the mission and then aborting it. This is the radar display, used to track all your aircraft as well as all enemy aircraft or enemy threats. Now you can see this right here, this is the shroud I was talking about. Anything, you can have enemies start coming along in this area. These are air threats, these are surface threats, these are submarine threats, I believe, and these are special mission or something, if I'm not mistaken. So you can have threats appear in this area and you might not even see them. You won't even see them at all until they get in this spot right here. So, and as you can see, it takes time to get that aircraft ready to be launched. It even takes time to have it launched because it took a little bit for him to take off. So it does take time to get that aircraft ready. And if you wait for a threat to come in this area, you've already lost. You're going to get hit. This is the landing box, where all your aircraft appear when coming in to land. The top half is for fixed-wing aircraft, and the bottom is for vertical takeoff aircraft.
Tiger 149er, ready for landing.
The aircraft has reached the landing queue and needs to be cleared for landing. The aircraft will land automatically when it reaches the end of the queue, but you can land it before that. Click on the aircraft and then click on the moving arrows on the runway to land. Now, what they don't tell you, I mean, it's probably pretty obvious, but if you let the aircraft get to the end of this, then it will come in for landing as it says here. But of course, if you don't have the runway clear, it's still going to come in for landing. So you got to make sure you keep the runway, the landing area, free and clear, because if you have anything in the way, it will just crash into them and you'll lose both aircraft. So we're going to click on it and we're going to have them come in for landing. And that's going to end the first mission. Talks about the free marine moving. These are different views, camera views you can use. So we're going to do launch, we can do land, we're going to come in and watch them come in for landing. This is the free camera, and then this is the deck view. So it does take some time for him to move out of the way because he's got to back up and all that kind of stuff. Meanwhile, you got a plane coming in. If you don't, you got to wait for them to move out of the way before. Otherwise, it's just going to crash, and it's not good because every time you have that happen, you take damage to the carrier. This is the carrier damage level. Okay, next mission. Mission number 2, search missions. This is going to talk about how to start a search mission. The radar array on the carrier has limited range, so early warning and detection missions need to be launched to search for threats in the air, on the surface, and under the water. The earlier the threats are detected, the more time you will have to intercept and destroy them. Let's send out an aircraft air search mission. Click on the red radar button. A mission request appears in the launch box. Click on the flashing aircraft icon to cycle through available aircraft for the mission. So you can use different types, but as it's going to mention here in a second, this right here talks about the range. This shows the range for this aircraft. So if I use the AWACS type plane, you can see it's the entire width of the radar. Aircraft have either short, medium, or long range radars. When you are selecting an aircraft for a search mission, the range of the radar will be indicated. Once you have decided on the aircraft to use, click on the Q button to confirm the mission.
Link 728 mission prep.
Okay, so now we have the mission set. We haven't got an aircraft prepared for it yet. We just had the mission scheduled. The mission is now confirmed, and the crew will now need to load an aircraft to complete the mission. Select an aircraft corresponding to the type selected in the mission order. Open the aircraft action menu, and then select the aircraft air loadout. Once this is completed, the aircraft will turn red, then launch the aircraft. So we're going to hold the mouse button down. I'm going to select air, because there's the red. It's just color coded. So air. The mission is now confirmed, and the crew now need to load an aircraft to complete the mission. Okay, so now we're going to click on the aircraft, and we're going to select. We could use any one of these. Well, this one here is occupied, but we're going to use this one here. It's the closest one.
Link 728, good to go.
And
Launch already.
Going to launch it. Now you see how this fills right up completely with this visible radar area. So we've got that aircraft on that current mission now. The aircraft has now commenced with the search mission. The radar detection range is increased and remains that way until the aircraft lands and the search mission ends. Enemy threats always appear from the right-hand side of the radar display. Now let's send out a submarine search mission. Click on the yellow radar button and then the Q button to confirm the mission order, as the SH-60 is the only aircraft currently available for this type of mission. So it's a helicopter.
Falcon 610, mission ready.
Load the helicopter with the matching submarine mission loadout. When fueled and loaded, the helicopter will turn yellow, then select and launch the helicopter by clicking on the arrows. So same thing we did for the air search mission. And you can see how it has a little symbol behind the aircraft indicating the type of mission that it's on.
Good to go.
I'm going to launch him. So now I mentioned you can accelerate time. You can either by clicking and holding on this, or you can also press and hold on the space bar. And they want us to keep holding it down until both aircraft are landing, but the helicopter will come in first, so we'll have to stop it and land him first. Or we don't have to, but we will.
Falcon 610, request landing. Link 728, ready for landing.
Alright, level 2 complete. Cargo supplies, cargo missions, aircraft repair, and elevators. So it's going to start mentioning one of the the special missions I was talking about. Commander, there are 2 helicopters inbound to landing. One is carrying cargo and the other is damaged. Proceed to land them both. So you'll have some of these. Sometimes you'll have to send out like search and rescue type missions, but these guys are coming in for landing. So you also have to watch out for those guys that come in for landing too. There'll be sometimes aircraft that will come in for a landing, and you need to make sure that you can land them. First, let's unload the cargo. Select the helicopter with the cargo icon and move it to either one of the 2 cargo unloading bays. The helicopter's cargo has been unloaded and the cargo vehicle will now automatically make its way to the bay to collect the cargo. And you can see this one here is smoking because it's damaged, this helicopter here. Outbound mission is automatically created in the launch box. The cargo tractor will wait on the elevator to take the cargo down to the hangar deck. Click on the elevator button to send the elevator down. And you can click on the tower to change the lower deck. And this is the lower deck. You can see there's nothing here on this particular mission, but other times you'll do other missions and you'll see that there's other units down here, other aircraft and things. To complete the cargo mission, you'll need to refuel and launch the cargo helicopter off the carrier. Refuel and move it to any of the helibays and launch it. So I'm going to refuel him. And then we're going to launch them.
Good to go.
Now to attend to the damaged helicopter. Select and move it to an elevator and then send the elevator down to the hangar deck. Click on the conning tower to change views. Okay, to the hangar deck. Select and move the helicopter to any of the flashing parking bays to be automatically repaired.
Tackle 217, mission ready.
Okay. Now they want us to relaunch it. I gotta refuel it too. Just gonna refuel and spin. Yes, you can.
Good to go.
Keeping your fleet maintained is of utmost importance. A damaged aircraft is more likely to malfunction when launching or landing. So that completes this level. And we're going to learn about enemy detection, enemy interception, and electronic warfare.
Hostile aircraft detected.
Okay. Now you can see his first threat coming in. An enemy aircraft has been detected. We need a launch. We need to launch a mission to intercept it before it comes within striking distance of the carrier. Click on the enemy aircraft that has been detected in the air channel. Then click the Q button to launch in the launch box to confirm the mission. Once it gets to the end of this radar here on the left, it will attack the carrier. Click on the enemy in the radar, select a plane to use from the outbound entry, and click Q to add an intercept mission to your outbound queue. So we're going to use this aircraft here and queue it.
Cobra 703 mission prep.
Select an aircraft that corresponds to the aircraft in the launch box, the F-18s. Open the aircraft action menu and load it for an air mission and then launch it. You can see it takes quite a bit of time to get these guys prepared. He's halfway here already.
Cobra 703 full military power. Proceed to launch.
Your aircraft is now en route to intercept the enemy threat. The enemy threat is destroyed once the aircraft reaches it. So it just automatically disappear. Neutralize that threat. Enemy surface ships and submarines also attack the carrier, so it's advisable to keep search missions airborne in each of the channels in the radar.
Cobra 703 inbound to landing.
Whenever an aircraft lands, a buzzer will sound and remind you to clear the runway. Yeah, it gets pretty annoying sometimes too. Now let's search for enemy submarines. Click on the submarine search button and queue the mission in the launch box. Load a helicopter for a submarine mission and launch it.
Viper 723 mission confirmed. Good to go.
Okay. And you can see it's not near as long as the AWACS. Not long of a range for the radar detection.
Hostile submarine detected.
Oh boy. So we got one more aircraft here. We're going to have to fit him for interception of the aircraft. An enemy submarine has been detected. Click on the enemy submarine to initiate a submarine mission. In the launch box, queue the mission, and then load and launch the aircraft to intercept the submarine.
Otter 3790 mission ready.
This is going to be kind of close here.
Good to go.
That alarm's sounding because he's getting close to the carrier. He might not make it. Oh, he's got it. Okay, yeah, he got it. An enemy warship has been detected. We need to launch a mission to intercept it before it becomes within striking distance of the carrier.
Hostile warship detected.
Whenever an enemy target requires 3 or more aircraft to intercept it, it needs to be preceded by an electronic warfare mission, electronic warfare. Click on the enemy warship and you will notice 2 missions appear in the launch box. In the future, you can cycle through both aircraft to select, but right now you only have F-18s for the intercept and F-18s for the electronic warfare mission. The F-18S is a Super Hornet and has distinctive yellow markings. Click on the Q button.
Yankee 244, mission initiated.
Now load the S-18 with electronic warfare mission and 3 F-18s with surface missions. Launch the aircraft as they get to the catapults. Okay.
Kingfisher 249er, mission initiated. Order 379er in queue for landing.
Yeah, land him.
Yankee 244, good to go. Launch when ready. Good to go. Good to go. Good to go.
You can see right there on that, on doing those launchings, how it can get kind of busy. And now I'm going to have 4 airplanes coming in for landing. Plus these guys, eventually.
Yankee 244, ready for landing. Kingfisher 249er in queue for landing.
This one's damaged. Alright, level's complete. So we're going to learn about special forces, ground attack, and amphibious operations. It's the final stage of the flight and deck certification exercises, Commander, and the focus will be on land enemies.
Hostile target detected.
A ground target has been detected. The threat is unknown, which means you need to launch a Special Forces team to go and investigate. Select the ground target in the radar and queue the mission. Select the helicopter, open the action menu, and select the Special Forces Spec Ops mission loadout. Proceed to launch the aircraft. Okay.
Falcon 610, mission ready.
So there's various types of activity that happens in this game, and you just got to counteract each one based on what's going on. Land targets are the most deadly enemies the carrier faces, so it is vital that you prioritize these missions.
Hostile target detected.
The threat has been revealed and an enemy coastal battery. Select the threat and queue the mission. Select an aircraft, open the action menu, and select the anti-ground target, close air support loadout, and then launch the aircraft. Okay.
Angel 736, mission ready. Falcon 610, request landing.
Alright, time to launch him.
Angel 736, good to go. Launch when ready.
So we got somebody that needs to come in for a landing.
Hostile target detected.
Another ground threat has been detected. Send out another Special Forces mission to reveal the threat. Okay.
Angel 265, mission ready. Port 206, request landing. Angel 736, zero landing. Hostile target detected.
The Special Ops mission has revealed an enemy breachhead. This requires an amphibious mission. So queue the mission and load up the relevant aircraft to defeat the enemy. Okay, so that's why we got this mission, this helicopter coming in here. I was wondering what that was for.
Order 206, mission prep.
So as you can see, we got a couple additional helicopters down here. We got 4 additional F-18s that we can use if we need them. Like if we happen to mess up and
Angel 265,
get one destroyed, we can use a backup or a spare.
Good to go.
Okay, you've defeated both of the land enemies. And this concludes the training. We're now fully certified. Well, that's going to do it. It's a quick look at Carrier Deck. If you want to see more of this game, let me know and I can do some more. I can do some more videos, maybe do a Let's Play series on it. But I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and subscribe. And we see you next time in the next video. Bye for now.